Hello everybody, and welcome back to another duck freaking video. Today, I'll be playing episode 7 of my Fossils and Archaeology series. Okay guys, so last episode, we got our packies over here. We also built a bridge over this side, and a few of you may be noticing what is in my hotbar. That's right, I finally upgraded to diamond tools, and I have a heap of other things I need to show you back at the house. Alright guys, so I've run back to the house, and already you can probably notice a few things. Minor things like, I started a sugarcane farm, not very efficient, but it works. And major things like a gigantic forest. Yeah, I grew this. I was sick of having to run all the way over here for my oak and birch wood, so I brought the forest over here and I've been growing it for about, I think, 1 hour of playtime, and it's looking pretty good. Now, the benefit of having this forest is with the huge amount of villagers we have gotten over the past few episodes, I kind of just forgot about these guys, but there's a lot. Like, a lot of villages. I can't even get through there. I have to go down here. And I've started just letting them free. Look how many there are. There's just so many villages in here, guys. I only really need the Fletchers and the paleontologists. And a very special village. I can't even get out of here. And a very special villager that I got off camera. Build this back up. It's going to be a bit loud going in here because there's cows, but in here is our very first mending villager, and that has helped me get the type of diamond tools I have. As you can see, each tool has mending. So it's going to be very helpful for today's project, which is the Dino Cave, guys. So I've got a few materials here, and these are the majority of dinosaurs we're going to be putting in here. So we have our Deinonychus, Dilos, Dimorphodons, Megalodons, Allosaurus, I think that's how you pronounce it, and Megalania. That is what we're putting into our Dino Cave, which I have decided to rename a Carnivore Cave. Because a few episodes ago I was thinking, we're getting all these dinosaurs, but they're all herbivores. So this dinosaur cave will be full of carnivorous dinosaurs. Except the Allosaurus, I don't know what that is. But all these other things, I definitely know eat meat. And you're probably wondering why I have orange concrete powder. Well, I'm not just going to make a small tunnel, put a few dinosaurs in it. No. I want something big. I want something cool. This mountain is going to become our Carnivore Cave. And today, we are going to be building the entrance with this orange concrete. We are going to build a gigantic carnivore head. I don't know how this will go, but let's try it. So first, I need to switch all these into concrete, and I'll catch you guys back when that's done. I am pretty high up, but I've built up with all our orange concrete powder. If you put water on top, yep, there we go. It's all turning to concrete. Let's just hope I don't fall. Alright, so we're going to start mining now, and we're going to get all of our concrete. This should work. I don't think I've ever been this high in a survival world, actually. It's very high. It is so tempting to jump off and try to do a water bucket clutch though. Kinda wish I had fallen now. That would have been good content. Anyway, I'm gonna mine to the bottom of this, and then we'll start planning out our Carnivore Cave. Oh my god! No way! Well there's the water bucket clutch, but now I have to get all the way up there. Alright guys, so I've got our concrete here, and at the moment I'm just trying to figure out where exactly we want to put it. So I'm thinking the path can come along the wall of the packing enclosure here, and I'm thinking maybe it can turn and maybe go through here, and we can have our big carnivore head hanging over, and that could be the entrance to our carnivore cave. So the first thing we're going to need to do is terraform, because there is a lot of things to be broken, and we're probably going to mine out as much as we can, since it's going to come through here and then turn, and eventually it's going to enter this sort of valley area here, which is going to be where the main park is with all our bigger dinosaurs. So I think I'm going to start terraforming. I'll chuck you guys into a little montage, and then I'll bring you guys back when we start. Okay guys, so as you can see, I have dug out quite a long tunnel. If we check our map, I'll go in so you can see, it does look pretty big, but we're only, hang on, we have to make it smaller, here we go. We are only up to there in our tunnel, and we need to get all the way to here. That's why this is going to be a very big project. This is going to take multiple episodes. So, for today, we might leave it at that length. If we need to make it longer, we will. But we're going to focus on our entrance. So I'm thinking we make sort of like a mouth. We make a big orange mouth, and it can come along here as well. I'm going to need some white wool probably to use as the teeth, but I think it will look really cool. That is only because I don't trust myself with making faces, because I've tried before and it did not work, especially dinosaur faces. So I'm going to make like a mouth, and you're going to walk into the mouth and then you're in our carnivore cave. So first I think I'm going to need to plan it out, and then I'll go grab some white wool. So I think if we come along here, and we'll have it probably as wide as the cave is, and then we'll go here, and I think we'll have it a bit higher as well. I think if we bring it maybe starting up here, and then it can come down slowly, something like that. I don't know, I think I'm just confusing myself more, but I will get it done somehow. I'll bring you guys back, I'll go grab some white wool, and I'll start building. Alright guys, so I'm back, and I have a bit of wool. Yeah, I only killed a few sheep to get 57 wool, and I'm still not sure how I'm gonna do this. I think I'm gonna get rid of some of the dirt up the top and around the edges to give me a bit more room to work with, and that might help me a bit. I'm thinking maybe if we just bring our concrete along like this, or is that too long? Maybe it's too much of a long jaw. Maybe we bring it like this, and then we can start to bring it in like that maybe, and that could make the entrance. I still have no idea what I'm doing. I'll try it on this side, see how it looks, and then maybe try and mimic it at the top to make it look a bit more like a snout. let's have a look, guys. So if we bring it like so, and then we put our wool on top, maybe? Or does that... I think that just looks weird. Like that. And then I'll expand it here. I think I'll build the actual entrance and then sort of rebuild parts of the mountain if I need to make it look a bit better. Oh my god, my inventories. Wow. Then there. Alrighty guys, so I've done something. I don't know what I did, just trust the process, okay? Trust it, alright? I think if I just make this top bit, if I just sort of arc it up like it is an actual snout, I think that this could work. Yeah, it took a while, a lot of trial and error until I found something that I thought might work. Also guys, should the teeth be longer up the top? Does that look better if they're longer up the top? Or should they stay just one block? Let me know in the comments, I can always go back and change it guys. I might put a poll up, but yeah, there was a lot of changing between the two. But for now, I'm just gonna leave it at 1. So now I'll just arc the top of the snout a bit, and I think that might be the entrance done. Okay guys, so as you can see, I've now sort of made the top look a bit more less flat, and now we have our carnivore mouth going into the Carnivore Cave. Now, you may be looking at the time of the video and the point we're at. The video is not ending here. We're not just gonna finish this and call it a day, no. This is a big project, and if I start it, I want to start it with something big. So now we've done our entrance, I'm gonna lay out the floor and dig out the area for our first enclosure. That's right guys, we will be building the first enclosure in our Carnivore Cave today. So don't go anywhere guys. I'm going to start gathering resources and I'll take you to a montage of me laying the walls and floors down for our Carnivore Cave. Okay guys, so as you can see, I've put all the walls, the floors and the roof up in our Carnivore Cave, and as we come over here we can see the design, and here we have this sort of cut into the tunnel. This is going to be our very first enclosure. So I'm going to go grab some grass, some dirt, some water, and we're going to decorate this up, and then we'll be able to put our very first carnivorous dinosaur inside. Alright guys, so as you can see, I've put a door in so we can walk into our enclosure, and now we're going to start decorating it. So I'm probably going to put cobblestone all along these walls just to sort of match the theme. But first, let's change all of this to grass. I did kill a few endermen earlier to get some grass blocks, and so it should make everything in here grass. Until we have silk touch, that is. That would be pretty helpful, so next episode I might try get silk touch for all the other enclosures, because it'll be annoying to wait for all this grass to spread, will be a pain. So we'll break all this cobblestone here. So we've dug all that out. Now we're going to put our dirt in like this. I think we can have maybe like a few puddles of water here and there. And we'll just bring it along here, guys. Oh, I thought we were out of dirt for a second then. I was about to crash out. But there we go, guys. I put some dirt down here as well, just to make it look a bit more natural. Alright guys, they're almost done. We're in the 70s, and soon they will be hatching. The very first dinosaurs, the very first carnivores even, in our park, will soon be in this room. Not long to go now, guys. Here we go, they're doing the wobble. The egg wobble. They're about to hatch. Hopefully they're tamed. And... whoa! There they are, guys! The Deinonychus. Wow, and they are tamed to me. And do we have we do have another 2 male situation. Perfect. we don't want to come back one day and there's just heaps of these guys running around. If I get any more DNA, I will hatch more Deinonychus into this enclosure. Probably have about maybe 4 in here, maybe 5. Right now they're only little though. And they're sleeping because these guys are nocturnal, which is why it's fitting for them to be in a cave. Wow, they eat a lot already. I'll probably end up putting a feeder in here to feed them. But there it is, the first dinos in our Carnivore Cave. You can see them in there. They're pretty small though. I think a lot of these dinosaurs that are going to be in here are nocturnal, so might be a good place to come at night. But I think that is gonna wrap it up. So thank you everybody for watching. Make sure you hit that like button, and if you enjoyed this video, make sure you also hit that subscribe button to see any future or past content.